Up, Patty? How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, I'm good, thanks. So just had a great game. What was going for you tonight?
I think a mindset change. I think that's always the case, and being able to assert myself a little bit more. It's also the thing of getting comfortable and figuring it out on the fly each and every day. I think last night's feeling was, just not being able to assert myself when, I felt like I could. So, didn't want to let that happen again. But it's a mindset, and as we're moving on each and every day, we're learning about each other and, how to play on both ends of the floor.
Are you the type of person who, after a not so good game like last night, are you going to go back to the drawing board and figure out, dissect every little thing for yourself? Or is it kind of just sticking to what you know? How does it work?
Yeah, look, I think I've understood over my time that it is a marathon of a season, and you can't necessarily nitpick certain things at every game. I think for me, take it in chunks, but there are some little things I think you can definitely look at and improve on every game. And things you do well, things you didn't do so well, and make sure you come out. But this is all, new territory for me in the sense of obviously being here and working it all out, figuring it all out. But that's probably the most exciting bit about this whole thing is being able to talk about it and learn about it and chat about it with teammates to be able to get to where we want to be. So, I spoke about patience is probably, the thing that we need to have throughout this process, and just being able to fine tune those little details on the way.
Hit the three. I'm trying to remember what quarter it was, but you got the crowd really into it right afterwards. What was going through your mind once that dropped?
I don't know. Just one of those feel-good moments, I think. And, it's a great energy in the building already. And I think we have, from what I've experienced already, one of those crowds that we can definitely feed off when we need to, when they're in the game. And I think that blue-collar mentality of how we play, I think it seems like the crowd enjoy. So being able to be scrappy, loose balls, 50-50 balls, charges, that kind of thing. And that was one of those times that I felt good and, get the crowd involved.
And then I'm pretty sure Bradley, BLN, Spencer both started about 1 for 8 from the field. Just what was working so well defensively for you guys early on with them?
Yeah, look, I thought Bruce done a great job of setting the bar for us defensively to start the game. And we all got off to a great start. And it was just the effort and juice, I think, that he was able to provide that everyone else kind of followed. And then you insert Clax into the game, and he plays with that same energy and effort on the defensive end. And I think that's one of those things that the rest of the team kind of feeds off. So I think that's one thing that we're able to hopefully hang our hat on throughout the course of this thing. But when guys play with that energy and that juice on, certain scorers like that, it definitely helps and we can flow out of that.
Spencer was the longtime backup point guard here for a while, and you obviously came and you're playing in that backup role now. Does that kind of give you any juice when a guy who used to play the same role for this team is coming to town and now you have that role and he's going to try to make a statement? Does that fuel you at all?
Oh, not really. I have a lot of things that fuel me already, but that's not one of them.
You were talking about the contributions, Nick gave and Bruce gave defensively. I'm curious, now that's more of a personnel thing. I'm curious from a tactical thing. Guys alluded to some of the defensive adjustments that you guys made from the first few games that helped get off to a fast start. I'm curious if you could elaborate on some of those a little more.
Yeah, I think generally though, it's the communication, it's the energy and effort stuff that can be infectious throughout the whole group, and the way that those two play in particularly, as I said, set the bar for everyone to be able to feed off. So it shouldn't matter what the lineup is. I think that's our mantra of the team, to be able to set the bar to begin the game. And we know that, for us to be the last team standing, we got to get stops. We got to fuel our fire from our defense. Contested shots, get, defensive rebounds and run out of that. And, lineups are going to change depending on, whatever the case may be. But I think if we can, have that as our foundation almost, then all the little things can come from that depending on who's out there on the floor. It's a little thing and probably a generalization in a sense, but I think it makes a big difference, and tonight was an example.
Bruce Beck with NBC New York over Zoom.
Patty, you had 21 points in 22 minutes. Have you learned over the years how precious your minutes are and to treat them accordingly, and just when you're out there to always try to make something happen?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Just trying to make an impact on the game somehow, whether it's on the defensive end or the offensive end. And I think that's always been something that I've hung my hat on, especially offensively. If it's not the night, then go make a play defensively and get after the game, dive on loose balls, create, a charge, make an impact that way. And I think an all-round type of mentality is the thing that I've tried to have always. But I'm not too happy with myself when I start to float around and just be out there. So that was the adjustment for me personally from last night to tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.